had a chat with yourself in front of the mirror, looked at yourself and said, look at you, beautiful, or look at you, handsome? No, you haven't. But I'm here to tell you why that just might be the biggest key to your success. Let me explain. Now, I love the stage. I got 3 opportunities in my life to be on stage. The first opportunity I got a chance to dance. Dance, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I don't know anything about dancing, but what I do know is I wanted to be on stage. So there I was, swaying to the music, kicking my leg in the air, and rolling on the ground. I was completely unaware at the time that I was in the process of creating the most humiliating experiences of my life in front of a large audience. The second time I got a chance to be on stage, I got a chance to act. Now, acting is a bit different from dancing. So I thought, I'll take my chances. All I had to do was act like Deepika Padukone. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, Deepika is one of Bollywood's famous actresses. All I had to do was walk across the stage, waving to her fans. Song, name, coming from the movie, Om Shanti Om. Now, speakers before me, very good song and vocal abilities. Me, not so much, so let me try my best. आँखों में तेरी अजब से अदाएं है ओ आँखों में तेरी अजब से The music got stuck. I was looking at the audience and the audience was looking at me. Longest 3 minutes of my life on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, I had managed to fail not once, but twice on stage. Have you ever felt like you were a failure, a disappointment? Have you ever felt like everything you did in your life didn't work out? That's exactly how I felt that day. When the third opportunity came my way, I said no. I will not do it. But one small problem. This time, it was for a research presentation. Now, research presentations, you can't say no. So I had to do it. But I went back to the one person that gives me the biggest inspiration. I looked at myself in the mirror and said, I can do this. I will do this. And I know I can do this. Ladies and gentlemen, when I got on that stage, the audience loved it. I finally figured out the one thing I can do on stage. Speak, ladies and gentlemen, I can speak on stage. So, as I stand here in front of you, I have given myself another chance. What about you? Is there anything in your life that you gave up on because you didn't, let me say it right, you tried but it didn't work out? That's right. Singing, dancing, photography, speech contest, anything in your life that didn't work out. I'm here to tell you that you can, ladies and gentlemen. So, let's think about it. The most successful people in life, we see all of their success, but what about their struggle? As I stand here, I have practiced this speech over and over and over again, but I was on my own. There was no audience clapping. There was no photographer waiting to take my picture. No offense. But I was on my own. Just as you are on your own when you have no hope. I have one message for you as you leave those doors, and that is, the next time you look in the mirror, come on, say it with me, ladies and gentlemen, I can do this, I will do this, and I know I can do this. Contest chair?
A minute silence as usual. Contestant number 9, Samadhi Nawalage. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata, Samadhi Nawalage.
What is our life? So Walter Raleigh compares it to a play of passion and a short comedy. William Shakespeare said that all the world's a stage and all the men and women are merely players. I do agree with this, but then that was in the 16th century. This is the 21st. So I would like to add a little bit of novelty to it and say that life is like a blockbuster unlike any other. Because in this, we get to become the famous one. We get to become the celebrity. The script, though, is not given to you beforehand to practice your dialogues and come. It is given then and there, and sometimes we get sad, unexpected, and shocking scenes to act, and we do not like it. So, what are we going to do? Quit on the movie? Give up on becoming famous? A very pleasant evening to you all, my wonderful celebrities present here today. Take me as an example. Now, I may be living in 2015, but in my head, I'm way ahead in 2018, picturing myself as a graduate with a first-class degree. Or sometimes, I'm even further ahead, picturing myself wearing a beautiful Candian, holding a beautiful flower bouquet, posing for all those once-in-a-lifetime pictures with my husband. And sometimes, I go back to my school days. My dear celebrities, I was a disappointment. And I had this very bad habit of going around comparing myself with each and every person I met, wishing that I could be that particular person instead of being me. So all this fast-forwarding and rewinding made me develop unnecessary worry and unnecessary doubt. I would think, will I be able to get a first-class degree? Will I ever get the guy of my dreams? Will I ever be able to live up to my parents' expectations? I get so confused. I get so confused and frustrated that I would just go to a corner and ask myself, Samadhi, why is your script the only script that is this bad? You can't act a single scene of it. And your movie, it's an utter failure. And then there's that little voice inside that says, Samadhi, you're wrong. Why are you comparing yourself with all the other celebrities around you? Why are you letting them put your script down? I love that little voice, because it turned out that little voice was indeed correct. Now, I live a much happier, less stressful life because I, along with this little voice inside of me, came up with 2 solutions to get rid of this worry and anxiety of my life. Solution number 1. Every time I rewound to the past, instead of worrying, I was happy. I was happy that I actually have a past at which I can look back and correct myself. And every time I fast forwarded to the future, instead of doubting, I was confident. I was confident that my future dream could be made a reality. Now, I know most of us here find it a little difficult to not worry about our past or to not think about our future, which is exactly why I came up with solution number 2. Solution number 2 is a philosophy that I have been in touch with for quite some time, but never truly understood its essence till recently. All of you in the audience have watched Lion King, I suppose? In this movie, you come across two really cool characters, Timon and Pumbaa, a meerkat and a warthog. These two best friends have a motto, and their motto is my philosophy. Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata ain't no passing craze. It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's a problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. So everyone, the next time you go in front of a mirror and worry about how good or bad you look, the next time you worry about an examination result that hasn't come as yet, in fact, the next time you worry, doubt, and fear any difficult, challenging scene in your script, just think about a girl that you all know. She has so much of insecurity inside her. She's not very talented or very confident or very smart, but yet she manages to face every new day that dawns before her with a smile. My dear actors and actresses, just think of your fellow actress who came here and sang to you all. Hakuna Matata. Over to you, contest chair.
Contestant number 10, Randunu Disanayaka. Kill him. Kill him, Randunu Disanayaka.
That's me, playing the guitar. I love to play it in the way it should be played, but I can't because I don't have that musical talent. I like to practice it, but Mr. Barney says, no, you can't. And that's the end of me and her. Contest chair, honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen. 11th of August, 2011, I'm in Lucknow, India. Time was 8:27 in the morning. And exactly at the 7th second, time stopped. She turned and she smiled. And I fell in love. I ran towards her. I said, hi, how are you doing? Well, things went on well. We became friends. And with my skills, in no time, we started a relationship. It was all perfect. It was all perfect, but perfect imagination. I never talked with her because Mr. Barney was like, bro, look at her. She's like the definition of perfection. Look at you. You're most definitely not. It's not gonna work, he said. And to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I was not the tall, handsome, good-looking guy right now. Back then, I was this short and my width was the same as my height. So yeah, I did listen to him. And that was the end of me and her. We all have gone through this occasion, not just asking a girl out. There are a lot of things that we love to do, that we are supposed to do, but we don't, because we keep listening to him. And he was Barney in my case. It doesn't matter how big your dream is. If you take the first step and if you work on it, you will get there. And the only one who will stop you is you. Yeah, you. Because he lives inside your head. Whatever you want to do, he'll say, no, you can't. It's impossible. The only way to make it happen is kill him and follow your dream. When I was in grade 6, my class teacher selected the best 25 students in our class, and I was not in them. The sad part was there were only 27 students in the class, and the other guy was Chamara. And he didn't even know the alphabet. I was a teenage idiot those days. But my mother was a doctor. My father, a doctor again. My aunties and uncles, all doctors. All of them wanted me to focus on my academics and to become a doctor. Well, I didn't care because I was having so much fun with Mr. Barney inside my head and my friend Chamara. Well, on one fine day, when we are having family dinner, my education comes into the play, which was a very famous table topic those days. But this time, my father looks deep into my eyes and he said, "Son, we have raised you for 17 years. We have taken you to school for 11 years. And yet, you failed to take us to one prize giving." That struck me as hard. I was ashamed that I couldn't give them the privilege. I was ashamed that I couldn't make them proud. That day, I went to my room, I sat down. What is going to be my future? I started thinking. I stood up, determined to take my studies seriously and to become a doctor someday. Well, what's the first thing that you do if you decide to study all of a sudden? You clean your room and arrange your books. So did I. I cleaned my room, arranged my books, and then I start studying. Inside my head, Barney approaches. Hey! What are you doing? You are awesome! Awesome people don't study. Nerds do. Have fun. Studying is not going to take you anywhere, he said. And that day, I had a choice. I had a choice to be awesome, like my friend Barney, or to be a nerd and study. I killed him, and I did work. Each and every day, he came in, he wanted to drag me down of what I want to become. And every day, I killed him, and I followed my dream. And that made me a medical student today. Well, if I didn't kill him that day, after my results were out, I should have, or my mother should have done it for me, definitely. But now I'm in medicine, I do realize being a medical student is like, true story. However, that dumb idiot in grade 6 is the top of the batch in the medical faculty today. Why? Because I killed him and I followed my dream. Mr. Barney also said that I can't play the guitar. Well, I killed him too. I cannot be your hero because I am mine. Only you can be that hero. So never let him stop you. And when he says no, what will you do? Kill him and follow your dream. Over to you, sir.